I'm going to try to sketch this thing out from memory. It's basically a pictorial of my video, and hopefully I do a better job pointing where things go. So let's get to it. There you go. I'm not an artist, in case you haven't noticed that already. Alright, so you have 3 big bushings that you're concerned about here. And just let's assume you draw a line here, right? This is the front of the vehicle. This one right here is the front inner. This one here is the rear inner. This one here is just called the outer. So we have a front inner bushing, or bush as Jag calls them, and rear inner outer. This one here is made of rubber. It's some hard rubber, and it's lasted for about 170,000 miles on my car, so it doesn't really need replacement. So let's put an X on that, or maybe a check mark to mean leave alone, however you want to do it. These two here are hydrobushes, and due to the suspension layout, and that's my refrigerator. Okay, so since the fridge is not going to shut up, we'll just keep going. These two right here, this one here and here, are made of hydrobushes. These are fluid-filled bushes. As I said, due to the suspension layout of the car and all the wishbone geometry and all that, these two get take a harder beating from the car. So these two are the ones that are gonna be replaced. So and this one right here is where the bottom of the strut, the air strut, goes into. And this one right here is where your sway bar drop link goes into. At this point, I'll just go ahead and show the numbers, what numbers go where. Alright, so I'll show you what size bolts you need to deal with, or you need to get. Again, this is the front of the vehicle, so you need an 18mm over here, 21 here, 18 here, and this end is self-locking. I'll get to it. And so these are here. The bolt goes in this way, and on the left, not on the right side or on the back side. Same thing here. Bolt head from the front going to the back of the car. This is a self-locking nut. That's why you don't mess with that. 18 here, 21 there, and the bolt goes in this way as well. Then here you have your strut. It's a 21, and as you can see, this is a threaded hole here. So you have it goes in like this, and that's a 21. Here, stock is 15, and if you don't mess with it, it's gonna stay the same. Again, I'll show this in a different video. If you have one triangle here, I don't know if that's how it looks. That's the right side up. That should bring us to the end of that section of it, but actually no. I want to show you, you'll see in in a section of the video, I was struggling for a while. So say this is the female, this is just the suspension, or rather this is the layout where the bushings go and attach to the frame of the vehicle. Okay, so this is the layout. This is how the stock bushing looks like, right? So you go ahead and buy a polyurethane bushing. Okay, when you get a polyurethane bushing set, now you have 2 washers in here. You have a washer here and a washer here, in addition to the bushing. So when I'm trying to align this thing, you're actually aligning, this is where the hole goes through. You're aligning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So do whatever you need to do. Get a screwdriver or whatever it is. Try to make everything sit straight. And then that is what happens to this end over here, at least. And this end as well. But what I need to mention about this end over here is that when I was trying to source the polyurethane bushing, the seller had 2 options. You had to mention whether your bushing was a 50, maybe a 54mm, maybe 55, I can't remember, or 58. So what I did was basically did my best guess and came here, to the receiving end on this side, and just measured from here to here, and just, you know, denoted that, said this is how many millimeters I have, and hopefully that works, you know. And everything here is metric because it's a British car. Okay, I hope that helps you try to get parts while you're doing that. Lower wishbones, control arms, the rear lower control arms of the Jag XJ8. So this is the left one, this is the right one. You can tell because you got only one triangle here. When you flip them upside down, they're pretty similar, right? I mean, you'll see the scuffs down there, and they match. But then this one's got more holes down here, so flip it back up. As I said, you only have one triangle, and that's it. So this big bushing here doesn't wear out as fast as the other ones. As you can see, that's pretty solid. I did not replace that. This one here, so that is the front inner bushing. So this is it, this is the line, these are the inner, this is the outer one. That's what they consider it. This one does not get changed, this one gets replaced, right? It's a hydrobush. This one right here also gets replaced. It's a hydrobush as well, and as you can see, there's grease around it. And what happens is that they give you a polyurethane bushing. It's a little shorter than this. Then you have a washer here, and both those go into, well, they take the place of this one here. So in the video I'll be putting up, you'll see me spend quite a lot of time trying to align the washers. And this is the wishbone, and this is the one I installed in the car, so I'll just point at different things that will help you as you buy polyurethane bushings. So first thing, this big bushing, this is called the front inner. It does not get replaced because it's solid rubber bushing, and it's pretty good. It's still holding, you know. So here you go, bolt here, nut on the back side. There's the nut that goes to that side, right? This is the front inner, so that's the nut. Nothing to it, no washers, nothing else, right? Then, as you can see, then we have, let me get to the rear inner. So there it is, replaced. The bolt through the front. So the bolt through the front and the nut through the back. And as you can see, this is, I'll show this in the different video, it's got that welded flange to it that helps the bolt self-lock, because, you know, once, look at the clearance there, once that bolt goes through to the end, there are not many tools that you can put there to help secure the nut, so that holds itself. And then if you look through here, you have your bolt head, you have the body. This goes to the frame, or rather to the suspension frame of the car. Then this one here is a washer that came with the this one from here to here. It came with the polyurethane bushings. Then this is the polyurethane bushing. Then this is the body of the wishbone. Then another part of the polyurethane bushing, and there's another washer here. Then the member. So you'll see me fighting it for a while, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to center 5 different holes, you know. Then this one right here, this one is where the this is where the air strut bolt goes through. Look at it down there, and you'll be able to tell the bolt that goes through the back is, you'll be able to tell, but the bolt goes through the back going towards the front, and the bolt ends up going in here. It's a threaded hole. Then this member here is for your stabilizer link, stabilizer bar drop link, whatever you want to call it. And there you go. As you can see, that's a 15 milli. Does its job pretty well. And it goes to the stabilizer bar up front. So stabilizer bar drop link. That's why Jaguar calls it that. Brings us to this big one here. well, it's a little one actually, but here you also have a hydro bush, and this one was replaced with a polyurethane bushing as well. So remember, you're not replacing that. That's good. It doesn't get beaten up in the suspension geometry of this vehicle. And I believe this one is the one that I had to check when I was buying a part. I had to tell, you know, indicate whether it was a 54 millimeter or a 58 millimeter. I really can't remember, and it's pretty hard to do it on the car, but I know mine was the bigger one. Of the two options. This one here, I cut the video when I was doing it because there was no way for me to show underneath the car. So where are you? Here it is. This is it. This one right here. I'll get to it here. Okay, so this one holds onto the knuckle to the, there you go, that's where the wheel, the hub assembly rests on. And if you remove that, you'll be able to pivot this thing in and out, right? So this is what secures it. Most of them, as I said, the bolts come in from the front. Where are you? The bolts come in from the front, and the nuts at the end. I believe this one had a washer here, and that's what we're looking at. In the front, it did not have a washer in the front. So, and the way I did it is I went ahead and bought a set of these guys from eBay, which reminds me I should probably put these for sale. I don't see myself replacing them anytime soon. I took these actually one at a time. I wanted to see how badly they would screw the first job. Took that to a machine shop, had them press the polyurethane bushings in there, and I came back home with this one, compared it to the other one, compared depths, because I used a set of vernier calipers, and the depths and the distances all looked right. And then I took the other one, they pressed them in, then I came to the car and replaced them. So the other thing I'm going to do for this video is, there are many different bolt sizes over here, so I'm gonna probably just put up a picture with what all the different sizes are that you end up needing here, so just to help somebody.